Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, I want to talk about HHIS and BIGY. And I just want to talk about the reasons why I personally decided to invest into HHIS rather than BIGY. Before we jump into things, guys, nothing here is financial advice. This is just my own opinion. And if you could please do me a favor, hit that like button. I would really appreciate that. Guys, we'll start off with HHIS. And really, the first reason, which is just really a couple simple reasons here, but the first big one is just HHIS came out first, right? HHIS now has been out for over a year. I had the opportunity to invest into HHIS first, and coming from Harvest ETFs, Harvest just they've been around for so long. I've just been comfortable with them as an investor. I've had some of their other products. I just jumping into HHIS was kind of a no-brainer for me at the time. They have a diversified portfolio. They actually have 20 different stocks here inside of HHIS. And you guys can see here the current yield sitting at over 30%. And they've got an AUM of over $1 billion. This is a massive, massive fund. Obviously, there's a lot of investors who are feeling comfortable putting their money into HHIS. Like I said, it's been around now for over a year. We have performance data, all of that. And the other thing is that they've actually increased this distribution a couple of times here. You can see they started at 25 cents. They're now up at 27 cents. So you kind of have that trifecta. You've got, a reputable company with Harvest ETFs being well known for what they do. You've got a diversified portfolio here. They keep adding these new single ticker high income shares. And I don't know if they're going to add more, they're going to swap some out, but they keep bringing more in, it seems like. And then, you've got that history and distribution growth, right? So to me, as an investor, those are basically the reasons why I personally decided to go with HHIS. But like I said, maybe if BIGY came out first, I could have been in BIGY. It's really hard to say, but I'm very happy that I actually decided to go with HHIS. I'm going to go over a couple of other reasons why, but here's BIGY's portfolio, guys. It overlaps with HHIS, but there's only 11 holdings here. So when they've got, you can see their weightings, NVIDIA at, close to 11%, and then it kind of trends down with their lowest weighting in Coinbase at 7%. But when you only have 10 or 11 stocks, there's not, a lot of room to dial them up or down as much as HHIS when they've got things like, the strategy, MSTR, they've dialed that way down in HHIS, for example, and there's still an 8% weighting here in BIGY, and MSTE, MSTY, all these different ETFs of strategy. Those have really been getting destroyed. So with HHIS, I really do like that they have the ability to kind of dial up or dial down their holdings. Also, guys, here's BIGY and HHIS side by side today. So today, BIGY was up 0.62. And then if we look at today, HHIS was up 1%. But if you kind of take that chart out, you're down 14% on HHIS, whereas BIGY, you're down 21.8%. So, I know there's more to look at with total returns and distributions, but guys, if you're like me and you've kind of piled some money into stuff like HHIS, maybe some crypto, you guys know how painful it can be when there's portfolio downturns like there is right now in the stock market. So if we look here, HHIS, I'm technically down on it, even with those distributions, right? So it's hard to stomach. And then if I was in something like BIGY, my portfolio would just be getting even more wrecked than what it is right now. So, for those reasons alone, I'm happy with HHIS. I'm happy with the yield. I'm happy with the distributions. BIGY, maybe you get a little bit of a bigger yield. You do get twice a month distributions, which is nice. But, for me personally, guys, I'm happy being in HHIS. It just has, more holdings, a little bit more diversification. BIGY here also uses 33% leverage. So they use more leverage. They've got less holdings. It's just more concentrated. I know, more risk, more reward, all of that. But as I said, guys, for me and my comfort level and what my portfolio currently has, I just feel more comfortable with HHIS. I've been very happy with it. And I think, the AUM speaks volumes, in my opinion, when you look here at HHIS and you see that there is north of 1.1 billion, compared to BIGY, which is sitting at 196 million. It's still a healthy amount. It's a respectable amount. Not hating on BIGY here, but to me, HHIS just makes sense. I'm more comfortable with it. I don't think that if I were to get into BIGY, I would be quite as comfortable with my portfolio, my holdings, right? So that's really what it comes down to, guys. Doing your own research, your own comfort levels, seeing what fits your own portfolio. Each of us is different with our goals and our comfort levels. But like I said, guys, for me, I look at my portfolio here. We're not even in a quote unquote crash. We're not in anything crazy, but we're in a bit of a downturn or a cycle change or whatever you want to call it. And you can see clearly at the bottom, my technology stuff is kind of getting hit. If we were in any type of big crash, it would be even worse. So I like to kind of keep it on par with my blue chip Canadian stuff and the dividend stocks and all that stuff that are in CDA and HDIV and stuff like that. Try to balance it out, but HHIS is kind of where I draw the line, just for myself. Again, guys, no hate on BIGY. I think BIGY's another great option if you're looking for that ultra high yield with those concentrated stocks. But I'm a fan of HHIS, and that's where I'm going to stay. Take those dividends, and I snowball them right back in. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are just some of the reasons why I personally chose HHIS. Let me know down in the comments if you prefer HHIS or BIGY. I do like the twice a month payouts that BIGY has, though. Right on, guys. See you guys in the next video.